Zach Benson just signed a 7-year contract worth $52.5 million, locking him up with the Buffalo Sabres through the 2032-33 season. That's a $7.5 million average annual value for a player who was making less than $1 million a year on his rookie deal just one season ago. Let's start with the numbers themselves. Benson signed his entry-level contract back in 2023 after Buffalo took him 13th overall in the draft. That deal was 3 years and $2.85 million total, a cap hit of just $950,000 a season, which is standard for a young player still proving himself. That contract ran out at the end of this past season, which meant Benson was set to become a restricted free agent this summer. Instead of letting it get to that point, Buffalo's front office moved fast and locked him into a brand new 7-year deal worth $52.5 million, with a cap hit of $7.5 million a year. Going from under $1 million to $7.5 million is a huge jump, and it tells you exactly how the organization views him now. Not as a young prospect anymore, but as a building block for the next decade. To put that climb in perspective, look at how he started. In his rookie season, Benson scored 11 goals and 19 assists across 71 games. His second season looked almost identical, 10 goals and 18 assists in 75 games. So this contract isn't a reward for one lucky breakout year out of nowhere. It's recognition of 3 straight seasons where he produced as an everyday NHL player almost from the moment he stepped on the ice. So why did Benson's value jump this much in just 1 year? Start with the regular season numbers. He put up a career-high 43 points, 13 goals, and 30 assists in 65 games. That doesn't sound overwhelming on its own, but the story behind those numbers is what matters. Benson actually started the season hurt, missing 13 games in October and November. When he came back, he went through a rough stretch too, a 17-game goal drought to open his year. Then everything changed. Starting December 11th, when he scored against Vancouver, Benson caught fire. Over his final 48 games, he put up 32 points, 13 goals, and 19 assists, while posting a +27 rating. For context, the year before, he was a -2. That's one of the biggest single-season turnarounds you'll see from a young player anywhere in the league. Good regular seasons get you noticed. What happened in the playoffs is what actually closes a contract like this. Benson played 13 playoff games and put up 5 goals and 4 assists, tying forward Todd Thompson for the team lead in goals during the postseason. He also drew 11 penalties, the third most of any player across the entire playoffs, league-wide. And it wasn't just about the box score. When Benson was on the ice at 5-on-5 during the playoffs, Buffalo outscored their opponents 12-6 and controlled 61% of the expected scoring chances. Across the full season, including the playoffs, the team went 12-2-3 in games where Benson scored, and 32-3-4 in games where he had any point at all. Numbers like that mean one simple thing. When Benson plays well, Buffalo wins, and teams pay real money for players who move winning percentages, not just stat sheets. Zoom out past just this one season, and the bigger picture gets even more impressive. Before turning 21 years old, Benson had already piled up 101 career regular season points, 34 goals and 67 assists. That ranks 6th all-time in Buffalo Sabres history for production before a player's 21st birthday. Very few players who've ever worn that jersey reached triple digits in points that early in their careers. That kind of track record is exactly what makes a 7-year commitment feel less like a gamble and more like a formality. This wasn't Buffalo betting on a feeling. It was Buffalo paying for a pattern they had already watched repeat itself for 3 years straight. The numbers tell one side of the story. The people who watch Benson every day tell the other side. General manager Jarmo Kekalainen had already made his feelings clear back in May, before the contract was even signed. He said, "I see him as a true core piece that fills all the boxes. I can't say enough good things about Zach Benson. He's got skill, he's got hockey sense, he's got instincts, he's relentless, he's a competitor." He kept going, adding, "Just wait until he becomes the big strong man that we're going to be pushing him to get to." Teammate Jason Zucker described what made this playoff run different, saying, "He didn't change his game. Nothing changed. Just the difference is he scored goals in big moments, and I say that as a huge compliment to him. He plays that way every single game. He's tough to play against. He works incredibly hard. He makes great plays. He's around the net all the time. That quote matters because it tells you Benson isn't a player who got hot for 2 weeks. According to his own teammate, this is simply who he is every single night. The results just happened to show up at the right time. This deal didn't happen in a quiet week. It happened in one of the busiest stretches of Buffalo's offseason. On the very same day Benson signed his extension, the Sabres traded forward Alex Tuch to the Washington Capitals in a sign-and-trade, getting back a third-round draft pick. Just before that, Buffalo sent defenseman Bowen Byram and forward Jordan Greenway to the Chicago Blackhawks in exchange for the 4th overall pick in this year's draft. Earlier in June, they had also moved defenseman Michael Kesselring to the San Jose Sharks for the 20th overall pick. So, while Buffalo was trading away pieces of last year's roster, they made absolutely sure Benson wasn't one of them. That's not a coincidence. That's a front office telling you exactly who they consider essential. On the cap side, this signing puts Benson together with forward Josh Doan, who signed his own extension back in January. Combined, the two of them carry an average annual value of under $15 million. Very team-friendly if both keep developing. After this contract, Buffalo has roughly $13.8 million in cap space left, with restricted free agent Peyton Krebs and unrestricted free agent Beck Mallinston still needing new deals before the season starts. To wrap this up, Buffalo just committed $5 million over 7 years to a 21-year-old who missed almost a quarter of his season to injury and still finished with a career high, then turned into one of the most dangerous forwards in the entire playoffs. The +27 rating, the playoff penalty numbers, the team's record when he scores, the 6th best start to a career in franchise history, all of it points to the same conclusion. This wasn't a gamble. It was Buffalo paying for something they had already watched happen on the ice. Whatever Buffalo does at the draft this weekend, or once free agency opens on July 1st, this contract tells you the foundation piece is already locked in. Everything else this offseason is being built around him.